What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change spark plugs on a 2003 to 2006 Honda Accord. This is the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, and I like to run Denzos in this car. Let me get some better light. This is a spark plug, and there's the part number. It's a 4702. To do this job, you're going to need a few things. Obviously, 4 spark plugs. I like to bring a magnet with me in case I can't get one of them out. A ratchet, an extension, a 10mm socket, and a 5/8 spark plug wrench. You can use a normal socket with that magnet, but having a spark plug wrench with the rubber boot inside of it holds onto the spark plug and will help you pull it out of the hole. The first thing you're going to need to do, your spark plugs are underneath this cover right here. It's 4 10mm bolts that are going to need to come off. I'm going to put you guys in the stand and I'm going to take that off. I'm going to be using my M12 ratchet with a 10mm socket. It works out best if you just put everything back in the spot it came from. That way you don't lose everything like I tend to do. Here's something I've never experienced before. When I took that cover off, that ignition coil bolt came out with it. The nut and the bolt, I guess it would be a stud, stayed attached and it unthreaded from the valve cover. It's supposed to look like that one right there, but I was able to get it separated. I found it, and these are 10mm, so I'm going to stick my ratchet on there and I'm going to pull these ignition coils out. You're going to want to unplug them before you do that. There's just a little lever right there that you push in and those connectors will slide out. Alright guys, as you saw, I just pulled the ignition coils out, and there's a rubber boot down here and there's a rubber seal up here on the cap. These are not genuine Honda. I replaced these probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Now would be the time to go over it. You want to see if you have any track marks going up the side, any spots where it's been arcing, and I'm going to take a look at all these and I'll let you guys know if I find anything. If I don't, down here is the spark plug holes. I'm going to take my compressor and I'm going to blow this out before I start pulling spark plugs out and opening up the cylinders, and then I'll start taking those out. So I went ahead and checked all my ignition coils and everything looks pristine on them. I'm actually impressed for some cheap eBay knockoffs. I did buy these preemptively. These are the spark plug tube seals. If you do need to replace those, it's a Felpro product. It's an ES72967. Now I'm going to start taking out plugs. It's best to do this when the motor's burning hot, so you hate your life. I lied to you, I'm not taking out plugs yet. If you guys could see that, that's exactly why I do that. Just pulled these out, and running rich, and that light color you see, I just ran seafoam through the car, so I bet you that's what that's from. It helps to lay these out in order so you can see what came out of where. Exactly the same. Once again, more of the same. I'm happy to see that. All even. That's a good sign. Now time to throw some new ones in it. This car uses iridium spark plugs, and do not re-gap these. You will destroy the spark plug. If you have to, you can see this one. Maybe you can see. If you have to re-gap these, use a feeler gauge. Do not use that cheap one that they sell at every auto parts store. And when you put those in, don't gorilla them. You're not Brian Shaw. You're not the world's strongest man. They don't need to go in like that. Just give all of them an inspection. Make sure that the gaps aren't closed and you don't see any damage. Make sure you have a spark plug with that rubber in it so they don't fall out. Okay, with that all done, all you gotta do is drop the ignition coils back on it and make sure they fully seat. That one did. Reconnect it. Okay, everything's plugged back in. Now we just put the bolts back. And if you guys get confused, it goes bolt, stud, bolt, stud. Now we put the cover back on. And if you excuse me guys, I dropped a bolt. Yeah, I got all those back on. Snug them down. Alright guys, that's all there is to it. You do that and you'll successfully change your spark plugs on your 2.4 liter Honda. Alright, I appreciate it guys. If you like what you saw and you want more of this, go ahead and like and subscribe. I appreciate it.